because there was something that was said that really got under my skin. The VA was asked, whoever oversees the CMP examiner piece of the VA, whatever his title is, he was asked about the accuracy of CMP exams. And the context was, hey, we're having a hearing about contracted CMP exams and how bad they are. And all the stats that the VA were giving was CMP exams are perfect. So, for instance, the statistic that the VA gave the committee was 97% approval rate. Now, I looked into that 97%, Jason, and what the VA was actually describing is when CMP examiners complete a DBQ, that completion of the DBQ doesn't have mistakes, meaning they signed it appropriately, they filled in all the blocks. It has nothing to do with a thorough exam.
Right.
And so the reason I want to bring that up, and this is a theory, right? Yeah. And so the VA, in my opinion, during that committee was hand picking statistics. 97% is absolutely insane, right? Yeah. So we have a hearing about CMP exams suck, and now we have the VA giving stats of a 97% approval rate, which is absolutely insane. In one representative, I think it was Mr. Self, I have no idea what state he's representative of, but he had asked, hey, and I'm so glad he asked this because he kind of called the VA out on their baloney. He was like, well, why are we having this hearing? If it's 97%, why are we having this hearing? And it really got down to, that's when the VA explained, well, these are completed DBQs, which has nothing to do with the thorough exam. So it kind of goes back to the, our first topic of DBQs. CMP examiner will complete the DBQ. And as per the statistic the VA gave, that DBQ will be complete. However, that has nothing to do with the exam itself, and your evidence will really drive that exam. So, like, which dog walker do you want to be is really like that culminating piece there. Do you have any thoughts on that HVAC stat, or do you want to move on to VSRs?
One of the things that did kind of make me think of, and I might butcher these numbers, but I'm pretty sure this is what it is. Veteran files a claim. The claim comes back unfavorable. That could be not service connected, or it could be service connected, but a 0%. I feel as though I should be a 30 or whatever, right? So an unfavorable decision. Veteran files for a higher level review or a supplemental claim. 30% chance it gets approved there at what they wanted. Okay, so already you're looking at it. Okay, well, there's a 70% situation here, right? That means that 70% are going to lose that, which means that the VA was probably right the first time, right? But 30% wrong. Then on top of that, even if of that 70%, the VA supposedly got it right because they denied you again, you move it to the Board of Appeals and you have another 30% chance of actually winning and getting it awarded in your favor at some sort of a higher level. So it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Because really that's the data that you need to look at to trace back and go, did you really do right back here for the veteran? Because it went through this whole process and got over here to the board and they ruled in their favor, which means you screwed up here, you screwed up here, and oh, by the way, you screwed up over here. Back to you, Clay.
Yeah, no, it's once he said 90. So I don't want to get too nerdy about this, and we will change this in very fast. I teach assessments as one of my core subjects on how to properly conduct, measures of effectiveness. And when they said 97%, I was like, you've got to be, any company in the world ever doesn't have a 97% success rate. Amazon does not have a 97% success rate, right? And they are clearly cherry picking evidence and stats to paint the picture, which is whatever. Anyways, here we are. Now we have Veterans Daily topic to talk about.
And if you sit there and lie about how great things are, you're never going to fix it. They're just in this spiral going down and trying to cover. Look, be honest. You know what? Quite frankly, sir, it sucks. And we really need to address it. We just don't have the bandwidth, the resources, the money, the whatever. But if you fund that $12 billion or whatever, right? Even though that's for VHA, we'll take a piece of the VHA's money over here to the VBA side to fix that problem.
if you fund the $12 billion for VHA, we still won't complete DBQs for veterans. Okay.
That's right.
Boom. Zing, right? Okay.